Hello again. Today's episode will talk about the advantages and even more about the disadvantages of ego and how it is related to an innocent mustache. So let's start. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Imagine yourself in a cozy coffee shop, surrounded by the sounds of steaming espresso machines and chatter. You see a man sitting at a table nearby, staring at himself in a small mirror. He's trying to decide whether to grow a mustache or not. As he starts to grow his mustache, he becomes more and more obsessed with it. He starts spending all his time styling and grooming it, and it starts to consume his thoughts. The mustache seems to have a life of its own, and it starts to take over his soul. As the mustache grows longer and thicker, the man starts to change. He becomes more confident and charismatic, but also more selfish and self-absorbed. He starts to care more about his appearance and less about others. One day, the man looks in the mirror and sees his mustache talking to him. "You know you can't live without me," the mustache says. "I make you look so handsome and stylish. Without me, you're just ordinary." The man starts to feel like the mustache is right. He becomes more and more reliant on it, spending even more time styling and grooming it. He starts to neglect his relationships and responsibilities, focusing only on the mustache. But as the mustache continues to grow and take over his life, the man starts to feel like he's losing control. He tries to cut it off, but it's as if the mustache has a will of its own and won't let him. The man becomes increasingly agitated and distressed, feeling like he's being controlled by the mustache. One night, the man has a nightmare that the mustache is trying to strangle him. He wakes up in a cold sweat, realizing that the mustache has taken on a life of its own. He's terrified, but he can't bring himself to shave it off. As the man grapples with this existential crisis, he starts to wonder if the mustache is a metaphor for his ego. Is he allowing his ego to control him, just like the mustache is controlling him? Or is the mustache a manifestation of some deeper, darker part of his psyche? As the man's world starts to spiral out of control, he finds himself at the center of a chaotic storm. His friends and family try to intervene, but he pushes them away, consumed by the mustache. Everywhere he goes, he's followed by a whirlwind of destruction and turmoil, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Eventually, the man becomes completely consumed by the mustache. It's all he thinks about, and he starts to neglect his relationships and responsibilities. He becomes a shell of his former self, living only for the sake of his mustache. Take a moment to sit with this image and notice any feelings or thoughts that come up for you. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Thanks for listening. I hope the lesson helped you as much as it helped me. Please follow us so we can help as many people as possible. See you next episode. Bye.